Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We're just waiting for a few people to join us before we start. Okay, lovely, thank you. Thank you all of you for joining us this evening. I think we're at the numbers we were expecting, so we will get started. So this is our new Sports Academy Parents event, something obviously we normally hold at the college, but thanks to COVID, we're doing it via this method this evening. The session will be recorded, so please don't worry about missing anything. You'll be able to pick it up later, anything you might have missed or we haven't covered. If you have any questions, please leave them in the Q&A box, and we will endeavour to answer them all. And again, anything we don't cover this evening will be updated on our website later on. I'd like to introduce you to our panellists this evening. I'm Tina Price. I manage the sports academies at Worthing College, and I also coach the Netball Academy. Dave Hall is our Deputy Head of Learning for Sport and IT, who is the head of the men's football programme. Ben Colson, Ben teaches on the BTEC programmes in sport and is head of men's rugby. Mark Rudman, he teaches A-level PE and sports science and is the head of women's rugby. And Sarah Briggs, who is our sports coordinator, who organises all the fixtures, transport, referees. Without Sarah, none of this would happen. If we could move on 2 slides, please. And the next one, please. I'd like to now introduce you to Paul Riley, our principal, who'd like to have a few words. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Tina, and welcome to tonight's event, everybody. A very warm welcome to this event. It's a very important event in the college calendar, and it's one of my favourite events in the college calendar as part of a generation of sports academy events that's taken place now for 14 years. Congratulations to all our Sports Academy students for gaining your place. It's a real honour to be part of this Sports Academy, and I'm sure you will actually do us proud and do yourself proud and your parents and carers as members. Tonight, you will hear about the amazing experience afforded to our Academy students and the unparalleled success of our sports teams, our sports heroes, and our passionate and dedicated first-class sports staff. We can recognise achievements locally, nationally and regionally in league and cup competitions, and now in its 2nd decade, the Sports Academy is more successful than it's ever been. We also affirm our college values through sporting success, and the experience of our Sports Academy students is truly impactful on our whole community. Success truly breeds success. Tonight, we will hear about many examples of our values being lived through sport day in, day out. As the principal of our community, I'm incredibly proud of the fact that our sports students excel in their academic studies as well as on the field of play. And as new students, I have to tell you, you have a lot to live up to in your sports performance and application to your studies. You must be prepared to work hard, and you will thrive and really, really enjoy yourself as members of our academy and our community. This is truly an exciting time for the college and for college sport as we celebrate its contribution to our outstanding Ofsted report recently published. It played a major part in that achievement and will continue to do so in moving forward. Finally, from me, a word of thanks to all the staff that will contribute tonight and who have prepared this evening, and who bring the Sports Academy to life. And to you as parents and carers for nurturing your sons and daughters' sporting talents and their ambitions. You've truly served them well, and I hope you will enjoy seeing them thrive as members of the college's Sports Academy and wider college community. Thank you everyone, and have a great evening and enjoy the rest of the presentations. Tina, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Can we move on the slide, please? Okay, so what is the Academy of Sport? Right, our academies, they link marvellously with the education side of things. We train on a Monday and a Friday, and the students are off timetable from 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. Therefore, any sport they do at the college isn't to the detriment of their education. We're here to enhance their sporting performance and their academic study. We have an ethos of developing the student athlete. And our programme is such that students can choose from a wide range of academic courses on offer. There's very little that they can't do at the college and play for the academies. Next slide, please. We firmly believe that we have the best academy programme in the South, which can be borne out by our results over the past years. In 2019, we won 5 county cups, 3 national cups, a regional league, a Sussex league, a Hampshire league, and we were runners-up in 1 other national cup. In 2020, the Netball Academy won the England's National Schools Netball Final for a 2nd year in a row. And we were also in 2 further national finals. Men's rugby were in a national final due to be played on the day rugby was stopped. Men's football were in a national semi-final. Netball had already won the county cup, but men's football, women's football and rugby were all in county cup finals. I challenge you to find another college in the South that can boast such honours. Next slide, please. However, it's not all about sport for the students. The college has very high expectations of sports students. And unfortunately, you are the only students in the college where we can apply discipline, if you like. We expect our students to attend all their lessons. We expect them to be organised. We expect them to come ready to learn. If students fail to meet these expectations, then there are intervention strategies. Now, the first one is an action plan, which if an academy student goes on to an action plan, they are flagged up to Sarah and myself. I would then have a conversation with the student, because sometimes it's not always their fault. Sometimes they're struggling for various reasons, and we do look to support all our students. And it might be that they need to miss a training session every week for whatever reason to catch up and to cope with the work. So they will be on an action plan. This doesn't actually have any effect on their playing or training at the college. However, if they don't manage to improve, then unfortunately they are placed on a stage 1. And at this point, unfortunately, there is no training or playing for the academy, regardless of the fixtures involved. It's very rare that academy students end up on a stage 2, but again, if that is the case, then they also cannot play or train. Attendance is required at all training sessions, regardless if students are unable to train due to injury or for whatever reason. We expect them to be there. They can learn by watching and take part in things. Next slide, please. Okay. Moving on to pre-season week. Now, we believe we're the only college who've run their trials during COVID, so we will be in a position to start in September, COVID allowing. Everything we do is in line with government and national governing body guidelines. But this is the week. We start on Thursday, the 3rd of September, and this is just something it may look like. At the moment, obviously, we're in limbo land. We don't know what the government and the governing body's rules will be by September, but we want all students here for a 9 o'clock start on Thursday, the 3rd of September in kit. We will send out a pre-season week prior to them starting. But as I say, we're loath to put anything together for the next few weeks until we know where we're going with sport in this country. But I'll just give you a few seconds just to have a look at roughly what's involved in a pre-season week. Okay, Sharon, can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay, there is a cost of being part of the academy, and it is £100, which you will be expected to pay on enrolment. For £100, you will get a gym membership. We have already moved on to creating an outside gym as well as our inside gym, as we're aware due to COVID that the gym won't be able to be packed like it normally is. So we're currently refurbishing an outside area to enable the sports students in particular to spend more time doing their strength and conditioning. You'll also have sessions with the Sussex Performance Centre during the year. There's a medical strategy, the facilities to train and play. We play at the best and train at the best football facility in the area at Lancing, both girls and boys. Competition entries regionally and nationally, high level coaching and experiences, and travelling to and from training and matches all over the country. Next slide, please. Other costs. There is academy kit. It's between £70 and £150. This is all available from Broadwater Sport. I'll go into that in a moment. There are other costs for sports training camps. We do look, and we are still looking, despite the current situation, to run some training camps abroad in the new year. But obviously these are optional and sport dependent. There are bursaries available for students at the college, so please inquire if you feel this applies to you. All the information regarding this is in the Getting Ready for College package on our website under the fees and charges policies. So if you are on a low income, please look there and see if you're able to make a bursary application. Next slide, please. Okay, so we're moving across to JOMA for 2020. JOMA offered us a really good deal. We've done a very good deal with JOMA and Broadwater Sports. Now, academy kit needs to be ordered this time from Broadwater Sport. Unfortunately, due to COVID, they're unable to allow people in the shop to try things on, because unfortunately every item that's tried on then has to go into storage for 72 hours. So if you're thinking about this logically, with 100 new academy students alone, let alone children from all the schools in the area, Broadwater Sport would have all their kit outside and nothing available in the shop. So please have a look on the website. I strongly advise checking the measurements before you order, and please try the kit on before you get your initials put on, as once it's personalised it can't be changed. Once you're happy with your kit, pop into the shop and they will put your initials on for you. So it's very simple. You can collect the kit from Broadwater or they will post it out to you. Next slide, please. Now, Mr. Rugman has been very busy with a selection of new lines that we have available for students and parents for 2020. So we have beanie hats, gloves, leggings that the netballers in particular will need for training, socks, a baseball hat and a coat, all very reasonably priced, and the coats are extremely good quality. We have tried those on. Next slide, please. There is also a sports supporters package, the umbrellas, beanie hat and a coat, all for £55. And they're available online at the estore.chichester.ac.uk. You pay for them online and then we supply the goods for you. Okay. Next slide, please. And I believe I'm handing over to you, Dave.
Okay, evening everybody. I'd just like to echo the sentiments of both Paul and Tina with regards to congratulations to you all with regards to being successful and selected for your programs this coming year. As you heard previously in the presentation, we are competing at national level consistently across all of our sports. So obviously for that, we want to provide as staff the best provision possible for your son and daughter to succeed both in and out of the classroom. So obviously with that, we can't just do that on our own. We have to do it with links, we have to do it with supporters, we have to do it with partners. So my part of the presentation really is just, obviously after listening to today, this evening, if there's anyone interested that would like to support the programme in any kind of way, then obviously we really want to listen. We want to listen to what you've got to say. So however small, however big, everything is massively appreciated, because these young people that are in the academy do amazing things, and obviously we want to make sure that this continues. And we know that over the last few years, economically, it's been quite a struggle in education, and obviously we are very fortunate to be supported by an outstanding principal with regards to this programme as well. So there's just a couple of examples of people that have supported us over the years. They've ranged from past students who have been through the programme and have given back, or parents, or just people that have worked with us closely and kind of appreciate what the young people are doing in this academy programme. So a couple of examples from my experience in the men's football. An ex-student called Ashley Beacon, who was in the academy programme, he's now a meat wholesaler. He's supported us with our Salou warm weather training camp last year. He sponsored the training shirts we wore, and he's also sponsoring the first team kit for this year. And also Sammy, whose family own Shafiq. So if you're local to the area, it's one of the best curry houses in the area. So I told him I'd get that plug in. But again, he supported us over the years with regards to kit, and again, wanting to give back. Next slide, please, Sharon. Also, as Tina has mentioned, we've got an outstanding working relationship with the SPC. Myself and Nathan go back quite a number of years, and kind of we supported him in getting this idea off the ground of having the Sussex Performance Centre where it was located. And obviously with that, all of the strength and conditioning takes place through the SPC in terms of educating students on how to improve that area, which obviously does have an impact educationally as well. So again, those guys support us with all their conditioning programs. And finally, one of our bigger rugby supporters, Lancing Commercial, again, that's a parent of a current player who's just moving into his final year of study. Again, I know that the rugby has quite an extensive supporters list of people that help out in different ways. Again, if there is anything that you feel you could give and you could support with, then we really want to hear from you. And there will be some contact lists on the website that you can get in touch with specific coaches, or Tina or Sarah, in relation to how you can support. Next slide, please. Now back to you, Tina. Thank you very much, everybody, and really looking forward to working with you. Tina, do you want to unmute yourself?
Tina, you're muted.
Sorry, first technical hitch. So we believe it's vital that our students give back to the community. They get a great experience from us at the college, and we think they should give something back. Now, from doing my maths here, I think that some of these students may well have been at our first legacy games that we did with the Worthing School Sports Association following on from the Olympics. And if they are, and my maths is correct, I'm sure that they will agree it was a brilliant time when they were back in year 6 and year 7. We also raise funds every year for the Chestnut Tree. It's an organisation very close to my heart, and a number of our students and staff, they're amazing people up there, and how they do their job I really don't know. But we normally walk to Brighton Pier. Obviously due to COVID, That's not going to be possible this year. We would have already had to make the application in May, which we know would have been declined. So this year we're going to do something different, and we're going to have a Go the Distance challenge, which will be a virtual event, and it will be competition between the squads. So that's what the students have got to look forward to. And who knows, maybe by the end of the season we can walk to Brighton here. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, GCSE results day. Always a nerve-wracking day. I can't believe that it was actually, oh gosh, 14 years ago that my youngest got her GCSE results. So if you get the GCSE results you were predicted or better, you don't need to do anything. Just celebrate, enjoy. If you don't get the GCSEs you require, please don't worry, it isn't the end of the world. You just need to follow the instructions in the letter you receive with your results, and there will be a GCSE hotline at the college. We like to pride ourselves on the fact that we are able to offer many options to study and play, and I'm sure we will find a course for you that you will enjoy and you will succeed at the college. I'm actually delighted to say that one of the, we have what we call apprentices at the college, and we will be having one in sport from September, and she's a young lady who is a great netballer, so I'm absolutely delighted that she'll be about to help me with coaching with the netball. But she's also very good at maths, and I hope that we will be helping those that don't get maths GCSE in sport in a very positive way from September. Can we move on, please? So, in summary, before pre-season week, you need to order the kit from Broadwater Sport. That, as I said before, will need to be completed online. We will need a medical consent form from students in the rugby academies, so the men's and women's rugby and the girls' football. The consent form will be on our website, and if you can get that filled out, it's slightly different from the one you originally filled out because unfortunately we do now have to talk about COVID. We'd like you to maintain or improve your fitness levels so you hit the ground running. If you do want some help with this, please contact the coaching staff. Again, their emails will all be on the website. So you will get some sports-specific contact from your coaches regarding the differing sports arrangements from now until pre-season week. And rugby students, there's an excellent presentation for you to watch on the website link from Mark and from Ben. It is worth 9 minutes of your life, I promise you. Next slide, please. Okay, well, now we'll go to questions, if anyone's got any. I don't think there's been too many up until now. Okay, right, there is one. How many matches do the football team play? Well, we have 2 teams, and they are entered into 2 leagues. They are also both entered into the County Cup competitions. They are also entered into other football competitions. I think it's fair to say, Dave, that they play every week and sometimes more than once a week. Have you got anything you'd like to add, Dave?
Yeah, so just to put it into context, over the last probably 4 or 5 seasons, we've played probably 50 games a season across both teams. So again, that's why our squad's rather big. Obviously, I know we've got our second trials coming up next week, so there'll be more people to add to the squad. But yeah, so the other thing that we haven't mentioned during this presentation with regards to all of our squads is that we massively respect that people play for clubs outside of college, which we celebrate, and we are proud of, that people play for clubs all over the county and beyond. But obviously with this program being in your timetable, you are committed to training and to fixtures. Obviously, if you are injured, you will be given specific instruction on where to train, how to rehab, because obviously we've got professionals in that area as well. So this is not an optional thing where, I won't train today, I will train. Obviously, if people are, are tired and need recovering, each coach will have a protocol that they will go through. They will talk to that individual. So please, 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 this is something you are fully committed to.
Okay, thank you, Dave. How do we know our son has a place in the academy? You should have received, or he should have received, an email offering him a place in the academy. I think the fact that you've had an invite to this evening would say that he has got a place in the academy. Another question, within girls rugby, what opportunities are there for playing in higher leagues and scouting? Mark, would you care to answer that, please?
Yeah, of course, Tina. Yeah, I was just typing away, but we're closely aligned to Harlequins Rugby Club. So there's some stuff coming out in the next few weeks actually about how we're going to become like an academy for them. So they come and coach for us, and we got there. And then Amy Turner, who's like the talent divisional officer, she comes and does sessions. And because of COVID and Centre of Excellence, if you know what I mean with that. Being in this environment is going to help because there's going to be more opportunities for that. But yeah, on the rugby presentation, there's a little bit about that as well. So hopefully that answers that question. Thank you,
Mark. Mark, would you mind also talking about the injury management physio?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So a past student, Sam Mannings, who works for Muscle Point Therapy, he offers a free workshop and free clinic, to any sport academy student. So his background is in rugby, so he works closely with the rugby team. So the rugby team especially have like a Monday just before training to go and see him if they've picked up any injuries from the weekend. So he does it. And then he also is the physio on match days as well. And because of the size of women's rugby and boys rugby now, we're going to investigate getting another physio to back him up as well.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, I've got a question here. Is there a sport-specific kit list? Basically, the bundles that are down at Broadwater Sport is the kit list that the students in their individual academies will need. Who runs the girls' football? That's a gentleman by the name of Craig. He's super coach, ever so keen, and also works for Brighton. So we're very fortunate there. Are there any others? Let me see. There is a question that's been asked that Sarah has answered, but how does the timetable work with students? So as I said at the start, the students are off timetable every Monday and Friday for training, and then on Wednesdays. So it doesn't impact their studies.
Can I add to that, Tina? Is that all right?
Yes, please do.
So obviously, one of my other roles at the college is Deputy Head of Learning. So from the academic side, we're in a fantastic position where any kind of academic combination or learning program would fit into the academy timetable. Obviously, there are potentially some times where the odd lesson may clash, but that is very, very small. And what we try and do is in September, we try and sort those out. And in most cases, they are sorted. So the fact that the education side of it comes to first, because obviously we have the ethos of the academic athlete. A lot of this info that we're going through tonight, and also the contact details, will be also on the website. And I expect that there will be a link for you that will be sent to you as well after this, based upon your attendance this evening.
Thank you, Dave. I should have also said that our basketball is being coached by Ishmael Fontaine from Worthing Thunder. So it's Ishmael with the basketball, and Craig Nagel is the women's football coach. Just to run, we have one women's football team, one basketball team. Just for those of you that were interested in how many. Netball will have 3 teams, men's football 2. Women's rugby will have an elite and development, men's rugby will have 2.
Shall I answer that final question, Tina?
Please. We wrap up? Yeah.
So, is there a physio for men's football? Again, we have a medical strategy across the academy, which is headed by Sam Mannings of Muscle Point Therapy. You may know him if you're linked to Worthing Football Club, because he actually does have his clinic located at Worthing Football Club, even though he doesn't necessarily work for them. Again, those consultations, those initial consultations don't cost anything if you're an academy member. And from that, we provide obviously rehabilitation programs, etc., etc.
Lovely. Okay, thank you, Dave. Well, thank you all for watching our virtual event. If you do think of anything later on that you want to know, please email us. But you will find all this information on the website. And thank you, keep safe, and we look forward to seeing all the students shortly when sport resumes. Thank you.